Can we at least show... Do you do the elevator run when you do the 70-star run?
I try not to, but... Okay.
No,
Here, I'll show you.
No, it's okay. No,
Let me go do some...
I don't want to waste time.
I'll do some maze stuff, and... Yeah, it is pretty...
See, I never went to the Hazy Maze, because this creeped me out.
It is pretty darn... it's a little upsetting. There we go.
Who farted?
Everybody at once. Sniff it.
Sniff it.
If there's one thing that Origami King did, is bring back these guys in popularity, because they're basically shy guys wearing gas masks.
Oh.
And they shoot bullets out their nose.
And sniff the bed.
And sniff the bed.
It's adorable.
Sniff the bed.
Come on.
There's one thing that would make World War I worse. Put
Sniff
machine guns in the gas masks. Ugh.
We have some World War I era gas masks.
Those are fucking creepy.
No, yes, they are freaking creepy. And number 2, they also, the lining of, like, the glass pieces, does not do well with age, so they're, like, flaking apart.
Dang
so
it.
not only do you have this creepy-looking gas mask, when you take it out, like, flecks of it just fall off as you're holding it. I'm just like, this is a torture weapon.
Like, why are you trying to increase your creepiness in death? Just... Ugh.
We had an exhibit once that showed a child's gas mask from the 1960s.
Those are so fucking... Just...
Oh.
Why were we as a society kind of like, you know what? It's a necessary weapon of war.
Yeah.
No! Stop it!
I have a question for the panel that can talk while I don't. How do you guys feel about revisionist history fiction?
It sucks.
Like, say, an anime that was like World War I, but we could use elephants.
It sucks.
Really?
Happy 1 hour, everybody.
All right, like, really, you don't like it?
So there's a...
Again, I've talked about this before. Are we talking...
107.
In the scholarship I've read, revisionist doesn't mean that what you're talking about is alternative history.
Okay.
But like what you were just... Anyway, so, sorry. It's a... Never mind.
It's semantics, but they're important semantics.
So I was confused. So like alternative history.
Alternative history in fiction specifically, I think it's fine. I'm biased because there's this discipline of history that studies not revisionism, but you know what I mean by that, Milo.
Yeah.
Where like, what if this but this? Usually it's with like small, like the one we started.
Whoa,
with the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Get up, please get up, please get
Like,
up. Please get
what
up.
if we
Thank you.
what if we put somebody in the place of Kennedy during the Cuban Missile Crisis? What would happen?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does it matter?
Okay, so let me
didn't happen.
Let me try to maybe explain myself a little better. I don't mean like how would the Korean War have been different if Abraham Lincoln was never assassinated. I find what happens in the real world extremely douchey, and trying to figure out what would have actually happened in the real world, I find that really douchey. What I mean is like fiction that appears to be set in a war very similar to ours, but within their world with their characters.
Well, there's a difference between inspiration and revisionism.
I guess I have no idea what I'm talking about then.
Well, yeah. So like, Attack on Titan takes place during a war, and are you saying that?
I
like...
wouldn't call Attack on Titan what I'm looking for here.
Okay.
That I guess it's the question's too vague.
Okay, like Banana Fish, John.
Yeah.
Banana Fish actually talks about like
the Iraq War.
Yes, one of the characters' brothers was a soldier in the Iraq War.
Yeah, for that I wouldn't call that. I would say that's not revisionist enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because that just talks about an actual war.
Well, you think about an example then, because.
Dude, I'm so high on sauce right now.
Well, I want to be sure that I know what you're talking about before I try to weigh in on that. Yeah, like this thing. You could be a bus driver.
Oh, I see it now.
And then you could go up to the other one, and you could be a bus driver.
I mean, it's kind of a Blade Runner bus, but yeah.
But like, imagine there was a bunch of people standing on that platform with you, and they gotta get places, and you leave them there.
Get up! This is a terrible waste of time. Nope, we're not doing it. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. We're still doing it.
Are we doing it?
Yes, we are. We're still doing it.
We're kind of janky.
Oh, get off.
What's the fastest 70-star run? Because I've only ever seen... Whenever I watch speedruns, it's always 120.
It's like sub-hour. No!
Yes!
No.
In fact, yes.
You know me too well. We're gonna try.
Go play with Dory.
I'm gonna try. I can never remember where he is.
Go play with Dory. There you go.
No, it's
go
not.
Up there.
Go up to get the Dory?
Yes, you gotta go up and then down.
Are we talking about the Lapras?
Yes.
Haley knows. Haley knows her Dory.
I wish that.
Go up there and up where the rocks are.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. I should have memorized that before when I was refreshing my setup.
Okay, weirdly specific reference. Have you guys seen Rugrats the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys remember the opening scene of Indiana Jones and the rock rolling and it's actually Dee Dee's belly?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what those rocks look like to me. So I couldn't ever play this game without thinking about Rugrats the effing movie.
What, did you find yourself plagued by Rugrats the movie? Or?
No, I hadn't seen Indiana Jones when I saw Rugrats the movie, so that was the only reference to that I had ever seen.
So you're just like, you're stomping on Goombas and going, fuck you, Dill!
Look at Dory! Look at him!
They really went out of their way to
He's
give
so
him
cute.
button eyes.
He's so cute!
This is the last thing we're
Oh
doing
my
in Hazy Maze Cave.
god! I'm sorry.
It's
I really
okay.
like Dory. No, you gotta get metal cap.
Oh yeah, well for what? Like what purpose would I serve? Like I guess the
Well,
red
you need
coins
no-
in there is pretty easy.
Well, and you need metal caps.
Yeah, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Well,
All right, we're halfway. We're pointing towards a 208 finish, 2010 finish, 210 finish. Now would be a great time if you need a beer refill.
Yeah.
All right.
well,
But
I still have some left.
how about one at a time? You know, let Haley go.
No, I'll go fill them. You guys vamp.
Oh, look at you. You know men can't vamp. Oh, that's not even the right way to go. It isn't even.
Die.
No. Run.
I should not be rooting for you to die, honestly.
That
I
was
care
a-
about ALS.
That was a little. That was some Eska right there. Don't die. Never mind. That's one of my favorite memes. Is the run.
What do you want?
Bear.
Fruity? That's most of what I have left. If not, we can try something random.
Guys,
I'm
welcome
okay with
back
random.
to welcome back to. Oh, she's gonna leave when we get to talk. There we go. That's something special. Something the kids can enjoy. It's okay. I do though, because it makes you happy. Oh, she couldn't hear that, so it sounds like I'm talking to myself. Anyway, welcome back, everybody.
Who are you talking to?
I know. Dude, I want there to be like a ghost story, but you can only see the ghost if you're gay.
Red or blue?
Blue. Whoa! I clipped. I clipped
blue.
under Dory.
Could you please elaborate on this ghost story? You can only see the ghosts if you're gay.
You see, we recently watched.
What?
I know, he was gonna let that pass. No.
So we recently watched. Recently is a very subjective word. Striking Vipers. A very interesting exploration into human sexuality in a virtual space, and I want there to be more ghost stories that, around whether or not somebody's gay. Like,
I'm
Put
sorry,
human-
that didn't flesh it out for me at all. What?
You can't put. It's hard to do romantic comedy and sci-fi, so let's just do romantic comedy and horror. Like, I don't know. I'm still high on sauce. But like, I don't know. I want more things to tackle human sexuality, because the idea of going no homo is just, it's so fascinating to tackle that shield that a lot of men need, is the no homo shield.
I guess I cannot. I don't understand what this is. What itch this is scratching.
Have you seen
No.
Striking Vipers?
Nope.
Okay, so in Striking Vipers, there's two guys. One of them is a very down-to-earth, settled man who's been married, and the other guy is a bachelor, and they haven't seen each other in a long time, and they meet at this really generic house party for his birthday. And he gives him the latest version of a game they used to play when they were both bachelors called Striking Vipers. And they go inside, and it's so immersive that you can control the avatar. And then one of them was a boy, and the other one was a girl character. And then they kiss in the game, and then they have furious, passionate monkey sex. And then at the, it's about, does that mean that we're gay? Like,
Oh, because one of the characters played as a girl.
yeah, because they kissed in the game. Does that mean?
Oh,
that,
okay.
Yeah. So what does it mean to like be a female avatar in this game? Like, does it have weight in the real world? These romances, these relationships.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting little episode.
Oh. Okay.
Was this about gay ghosts?
I wanted there to
I'm
be.
still waiting for the gay ghost.
I was just pitching an idea.
I was in the kitchen. I'm like, what the heck? I had a dream. Okay, sorry. Can we talk about dreams? Or were
You can
done
only
now?
see the ghosts if you're Martin Luther King.
Well, that narrows it down.
So I had a dream that we were trying to buy a house, and like.
That's your first mistake.
And I could not explain to my husband the semantics of what buying a house actually meant. That you can't just like give somebody $120,000 because that's not a amount of money that normal people have. Anyway, and the house we were touring was actually my aunt's house, and I didn't know how to explain it to him because I thought for some reason
That was a
you'd never
terrible
been there.
idea.
Sorry, that was my story.
Good story. Are you sticking to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you get the house?
Well, no, because I was explaining the semantics to John when I woke up.
I was being. Oh, and then I woke up and he had to explain the house idea to me in real life, and that was stressful.
Yeah, that has happened before, where I had a dream, thought I woke up, explained it to John, and then actually woke up and go, God dang it, I have to explain this again. See, look, they're elevators.
Dreams, you need an editor. Oh.
And it was so funny to hear this from.
Is that a death or not?
It is.
That is a death. All right. 109.46. Sorry, Milo, I whacked you in the shoulder.
I'm up. We good. Whoa! Welcome to the Switch Cap. Stuff's nuts, right? Ooh.
Would you like to know how many times you've died, John?
Yes.
7.
That's an expensive. That's one Beast Boy Vespa right there.
And
if
then
you
we
don't care
have
how
one
fast it
Milo
goes.
mandated $20 donation.
No, I downed that to 5.
No, okay, it's fine.
I hate charities. How dare you?
We support
Bootstraps, baby, pull them up.
We support charities. We love you guys, but we're also 20-somethings. Everybody, everybody think about a 20-something in your life. We're not okay.
No, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it.
There's another one.
No, but I need the invisible.
1:30.
I need the invisible cap. It's that important.
Or editor Johnny could just make those desks the same one. Huh?
No, but dude, we have a hardcore timer. We were not supposed to disobey that. Let's go back downstairs. That stinks. That was a huge waste of time.
It's pretty good.
That blows.
Yeah.
That did not cause damage. You're dumb.
I know nobody cares, but we are drinking a beer that is primarily made out of rice instead of barley.
Well, that's what I'm drinking. Okay.
Yes.
Does that mean it sucks?
No, it's
No,
just interesting.
surprisingly.
It's just interesting. Totally different body. I try not to get too beer nerdy on the show.
I didn't like. Okay, explain that terminology.
Body?
Like
Yeah,
it's like you're rating bodybuilders.
So, my friend Matt can tell you more about the actual brewing process of beer than I can. But all beers have a gravity, and that affects their mouthfeel and their body. So gravity is essentially, we call it gravity because it's like how heavy a beer tastes. Like stouts, those dark beers, they have a very high gravity. Because they're very, they're thick and syrupy tasting.
Okay.
And light gravity beers like this are more beer tasting. They're very light and...
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining like space-time curvature now. this beer. I mean, like the Riemann curvature tensor. Oh my god.
There's so many Higgs bosons in there.
Like the vacuum expectation value of this is non-zero across all of space.
Yeah, and so in the same way I haven't gotten beer nerdy, you've never really gotten physics nerdy on the show.
Guys,
Well, he has to show me hyperbolic geometry, then I'll get there.
Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to our drinking speedrun of Super Mario 64 to benefit research into the ALS. A solution, not a problem. But on the way, we're discussing all things physics and fan fiction
And beer.
And bar. Bear the
Beer.
beer. Okay. All right. I found how to get onto this. There we go. No, it's fine. It's
John, you know that's not the way to get onto that.
yeah, it is. That's
No,
what.
it's not.
That's the way I've been doing it my whole life.
What?
Yes.
Are you broken?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go over to the Switch and hit the blocks.
No, this is the way I've been doing it my whole life.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, it's maybe not
And
the
you're
way.
gonna take hours.
I'm not gonna take hours. This isn't that time I.
Take hours.
Boom.
What? I literally have never done it that
Well,
way.
that's because you're not Sweet Sandra.
Now drink up.
Fair enough.
I can do a couple more in there. No, that's and it takes a long time.
You gotta be Bowser.
Okay, let's do Bowser. Oh, crud. Whoa, 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 whoa. That scared me. You're little.
Dude, okay, Mr. Incredibly Jumpy. Every time, like, it was for a while, whenever we were in the car together, I would take, like, a breath too hard, and you would freak the F out.
Well, when people take deep breaths in cars, that might suggest that they see something coming out of the corner of their eye and that you're about to crash.
Okay, I understand that, but, like, it was also, like, at every tiny
I'm not
little
blaming you. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
I can understand.
The point, like, John is, like, super jumpy. Like, super, super freaking jumpy.
I also
Like, I've come back early from my morning walk before.
You
and he's
opened
like, Robert!
You opened the door so loud.
How else can I open the door?
Softly, with the grace of an eagle.
How do I open? Number one, what?
You know how clumsy an eagle would open your door?
It's trying to learn to open doors.
Flapping,
Oh!
it's flapping its wings up against the boards.
Oh no! This way, Johnny. We're not.
What timestamp are we calling
Who
that?
cares? I'm going through the whole thing
1:14:30.
eventually. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Who knows how expensive this is gonna be? I don't think I'm making it under 2.5 hours. Actually, we're on pace. We are actually on pace to go under 2.5 hours.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
Milo, do you believe in him?
Sure.
No, you're supposed to say I believe we're alone.
Sure.
Ooh, sit, Johnny. How about you sit right now? Okay, I'm gonna wait one cycle for that. How about?
You know what, Haley? There's a time for believing and a time for disbelieving. There's a time for misquoting things out of context and motion doesn't make any sense, and then there's a time for doing that correctly.
Huh?
Quote Ecclesiastes correctly, people. Sorry.
We were watching the final episode of Tutor Season 2. And
No.
of course it's the Anne Boleyn Big Bad episode.
Ooh. And just okay. The first time I noticed this is I worked at a hospital and it had a memorial chapel, and it was this gorgeous memorial with a verse, the most commonly quoted verse from Ecclesiastes, that there's a time for everything kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just out of curiosity, I read the book of Ecclesiastes, which is basically a memoir of nihilism. It's not about consolation. It's basically about what the fuck you gonna do?
Huh.
That's the moral message of Ecclesiastes. And every time it's quoted, it's just like this.
Well, I mean,
this
that's
moral,
Old Testament. Like, the
this
Old
moral
Testament is effed
endurance.
anyway. The Old Testament is effed anyway. Especially for, like, predominantly Protestant Christians, like in the area we live in.
I mean, yes, the Old Testament is effed, but it's more interesting.
That's true. There's some weird stuff that goes on there. Alright, I may have to depart the couch again
Go for
to
it.
go into the next universe.
Gotta go make a deposit.
No. Before we find your wife, we have to talk about parallel universes.